This is a video quickly about positive culture and why you need it. This is just sports. So one of the things to consider, this isn't life and death. We want to help parents put sports achievement into perspective because it's not life and death. We want to start with helping them. And the rules are, there's no rules. Make your gym a positive place to come to and show them you're just trying to help them. I cannot stress this enough how important feelings are. Feelings like when you see this little puppy, feelings when you see this little puppy. How happy does this little picture make you feel, or these two? The feelings that the kids and parents have when they come into the gym are most important to everything for the success of them and the success of your program. Feelings, 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 feelings. There is a huge cost to focusing too much on perfection, so you don't want to do that too much. This lineup shows that importance of excellence and achievement, and a lot of those girls in that line have some major mental issues. So we definitely want to try to reduce that. Instead, set up stations, set up your rotation, and give them choices, especially when you see hesitation, fear, or other issues. Add challenges. If you're wanting them to achieve a little more, you give them a challenge and it's their choice. And then add lots of cheers, most important, because that encouragement goes a long way to trying to help them want to achieve that success. Carly Patterson's story is something that is really, really eye-opening with how important it is to achieve success. She was the 2004 Olympic champion, and she had just won the Olympic Games with this dismount. And in the 2012 Olympics at the gymnastics venue in London, there was a whole bunch of gymnastics people in line for coffee at the gymnastics venue in London. And she was also in line. No one recognized her. How important is winning the Olympics? If your kids are struggling in class, here are some ideas to help. One, if they're saying I can't, change that feeling and make it more fun. If they're not participating, acknowledge their feelings. Maybe even have them be your assistant and sit with you. If they're fighting a lot, they usually need some attention, so give them some of that. And if they're not able to do the skills, please lower the skills, make them easier and easier. It's okay to give kids a break, give them a way out, an excuse to save face, show them you're on their side, and that will help them give a pathway for success. Always change your role don't join a fight, step out of the waterfall. Give your kids choices, give them variety, see how your goals will mesh with what they want to do, and stop talking at them so much. If you're complaining about kids these days, it's probably you, so you need to work on something to change the class. But have a plan, and a purpose-driven assignment really, really helps. Multi-parts to your assignment, thinking of it as a meal, like an appetizer, main course, and dessert. So something like jumps up and down, hit the deck, and we're going to work our cartwheel round off every round, grab a card, and then let's do our show turn, which is our dessert. Impacts, which is on the next slide. Grab a piece, card, or whatever till you get an ace, and then maybe you'll put in a special piece. Try to think of fun things like that. And if your kids aren't caring about quality, it's time to do a show turn for everybody to watch, sit, and clap. And of course, reduce your lectures. So impacts, remember this acronym when you're trying to come up with an assignment in a row, makes equal more, doing partners, accountability, call a coach over. It's so exciting to call a front desk person or coach to show off teamwork, and then social media or showing off is the S. So try to use that as much as you can and try to come up with a variety of ideas. And if you remember one letter, though, remember S, show turns or show off. And that's a great time to put your stuff on social media. Here are your 6 pillars of education that are really important. Enthusiasm, yay! Positivity, very important to say I'm so proud of you and to show the progress, growth mindset, very, very important. Efficiency, so we're not standing around for 6 minutes trying to figure out what to do. You want to get them moving as quickly as possible and reduce lectures. Creativity means it's not the same old boring assignment. Please try to change it up. Compassion, when someone can't do something that they should do, try to understand it instead of judge it. That's really important. And knowledge, there is a knowledge factor to teaching what we teach, so you want to have that knowledge. And people who seek out knowledge and ideas and more education, ooh, you guys are the best. If you came for a fun learning experience, what would you want? First, number one, mix it up. Don't do the same old thing. Try to use some different props and fun accessories to learn. Use the Seconds app, which helps timing and getting stronger through faster turn taking in a timer app. This is a Timer Plus app, which is really a great app, and it's free, and you can set multiple at once. Dice is a fun game where you have 6 dice up, and you can try to get the whole group to try to roll for a 6. Connect 4 is really great. And of course, cards. There's so many ways to use cards. These are what some stronger programs do. First of all, they teach about autonomy, educate kids even as young as 2 years old that they always have a choice. When you force the kid to do something that they don't want to do or are afraid to do, then they've learned that they don't have choices, and that's not really good for as they grow up to have control over themselves and that they're the boss of their bodies. That's really important. So always teach those. Great programs really have professionalism, and this is 10 qualities of professional people, but most people like to believe that they are very professional. So try to do some internal evaluation, look at yourself and see what is it on this list that I need to change. Most important for gym school owners, number one, probably reliability, which also goes with consideration, accountability, integrity, and probably organization if you're not being very reliable. Humility is second to me. That's so important that you care that you can still learn. Once you are done learning, we have lots of troubles. And dedication, which also goes with expertise, because if you're dedicated, you start learning a lot of great ways to teach, and some expertise comes along the way. Lazy, overwhelmed, or inexperienced coaches often do these. They stand or sit around for over 5 minutes just watching running, stretching, or conditioning, usually the teen kids. They do the same warm-up every time. One at a time on an event, everyone else is just watching and waiting for a turn. That's not very good coaching. High numbers of conditioning items, or everyone does one thing altogether, like everybody hold a hollow. And they never use a secondary purpose or game to the assignment. Here was an example of an old-fashioned assignment that I found. Not very fun, not very good at disguising the misery, and will it get kids stronger, or do they cheat through it? So these are not very good conditioning assignments. You do need content. So I'm going to let this video play, but it's got a lot of gym fun ideas on ways to keep kids engaged and entertained. You need to be ready with knowledge on skills. That's really important. Some things are fun, some things require knowledge, so you're trying to get both. You want to have skills in how you structure your class, making sure that they're following rotations or stations and there's a reason and a purpose to what you're doing. We also want to have drills to learn skills. So if you're unsure on something, on how to teach something, then you want to try to get some drills and some ideas so kids start to figure it out by themselves. That's a real fun one. Backward roll down the cheese. Good soul circle drill. Strength. Fun and strength instead of just boring hold the plank. This is some push the panel mat leg drills with groups. It's really fun. You can use all different kinds of gimmicks and props. I love that. That helps kids enjoy the process of repetition. So repetition can become really boring and mundane, and so the more props and fun and excitement you can introduce, the better. Look at this one, the fan, kick it around. That's fun. Jump into the donut. And then this is a great mom and me one. Sliding on sliders. They're all sitting, getting pulled with the hula hoop. Stand up and throw it in the basket. Yay! Really fun.